Hey Clash Royale, get ready for the €70,000 Dreamhack Live Circuit. This international event is open to everyone, bringing the best Clash Royale players together in one competition. Play in both online and offline qualifiers, with 4 live stops in 3 different cities: Andorra, Valencia, Madrid, and back to Valencia for the grand final. Do you think you have what it takes to be a Clash Royale champion? Now is your chance to prove it in the Dreamhack Live Circuit. That's right, now is your chance. Well, your chance could be happening next time around, because we are already in the bracket phase of this qualifier event for the Dreamhack Iberian International Madrid Edition. 15 open qualifiers, a Swiss bracket, a group stage, and now we have our top 16 playing over 2 days to try to become a qualifier for Madrid. Our top 16 in this double elimination bracket: Ferin and Ardan, Toas, Reuben, Dark Angel, Ali, Koko, Titan Sub, Mohammad, Light, and Paulo, Ncoo, and Joy, a.k.a. Mr. Cena, Hugo, Trainer Ardan, Sandbox, and Matea. That's right. That is right. Our full upper bracket, again, of a double elimination event. Folks, keep that in mind. Double elimination. You can lose once. You cannot lose twice. Very important. Did everybody remember that one? We'll be here both days for this double elimination event. I'm super pumped. I bet you're super pumped because it's going to be super fun. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm Rich Slayton, caster for Clash Royale League and for Clash Royale esports in general. I kind of cast a lot of these Clash Royale esports events, and I'm here with you for the next 3 hours to go do some great Clash Royale competition. Of course, we are in duel mode, in-game duels, so the decks are 4 pre-submitted duels. Of course, evolutions are active and available, and we're going to be playing a whole bunch of Clash Royale today as part of this €70,000 event that's taking place over the entire course of 2023. Because again, after we get through all of these different smaller regional stages, the grand final for Dreamhack will be in Valencia, Spain in December after our Clash Royale League World Finals. And I see Xander with a question. What do you mean pre-selected, like in Clan Wars? Yes, these guys don't get to play a deck and then make some adjustments for Game 2 and make adjustments for Game 3. They build 4 decks, they go into the match with them, and they have to pick them as they pick them. But of course, at World Finals for CRL, we will be going back to the regular style of duels, which I like a whole lot more. And we should be kicking off here any moment. Again, I am not in charge of the gameplay when that starts, but I'll be here when it does. Let's go take a look back at that bracket one more time, because I see a question. Rich, who's your favorite in the bracket? Obviously, it's Mohammad Light, but a lot of Clash Royale to be played. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tossing Plastic saying, "What's up, Rich?" Hey, Tossing Plastic, hit me an email. You owe me an email. We'll talk about the things and the stuff. And also, congrats on your channel starting to really kick up a little notch. If you guys like watching disc golf content, check out Tossing Plastic Disc Golf there in the chat. Gamers saying, "Rich, Sienna's my favorite color." It's a solid one. It is very good. Do we have double screens today? No, today we are on a clean feed. So today this is all coming from production, not from inside of my own studio life. And we'll be going with whatever match they're showing us. So unless they're doing clean feeds, which I don't believe, or unless they're doing double. Oh, and here we go. We are into gameplay. Let's get it. Now, why am I not hearing... Oh, because the Moana was off. Let me just... Whoa, that's loud. All right, there we go. It is double elimination today, for those of you who are curious. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move the chat over here out of the gameplay area. First up, Reuben and Dark Angel. Supposed to be Ferin and Ardan, but I guess it is not going to be Ferin and Ardan to kick things off. I'm going to bring the game audio down a little bit further. Do we know the winner today? No, we are only going to get through half of our bracket, and then tomorrow we will finish the bracket off. Double elimination is how our tournaments always function when we get into these top 16 or even top 8 players. If everyone starts in one bracket, but if you lose, you go down to a second bracket, the elimination bracket, where if you lose again, then you are off. And these matches are happening one at a time today, not all at the same time, as far as I'm aware. It's possible they might play a match off air for timing of the show, but I've heard nothing about that, so who knows? And Reuben all over Dark Angel right now, early in both lanes. I don't believe Dark Angel has a building in this deck, or if he does, it's buried. And that just makes it so much harder against Ram Rider. You can snowball it back, sure. You gotta get DPS on it, and doesn't have the greatest options there. Not to mention the Ram Rider's countering the Loon, plus the Inferno Dragon. This feels like a pretty nice matchup overall for Reuben. And for those of you asking for the bracket link is in the description of the show. So to open up the YouTube description, you can find the bracket there. And this is just, you have to snowball and fireball here, maybe, to have any hope, but you have no hope because that Ram Rider's all over your tower. Pretty brutal counter. And actually, what I'm noticing here is we are not playing in-game duels at this stage. It appears they're playing classic duels, which does allow for a lot more variance. And for those of you who are asking, hey, who's going to win in this competition? I'm of the opinion that when we are in classic duels, Mohammad Light is so much more unbeatable. Sure, he will lose occasionally, but Mohammad Light in classic duels without pre-submitted decks is absolutely frightening. So we'll see if that ends up proving true, but yes, Mohammad Light in classic duels is wildly dangerous. Let's see. Again, I think I already answered this. Bracket link is in the description below if y'all are looking for it. Amit saying, Mr. Rich, how you doing? I'm doing great, mashallah. Friend deck versus bridge spam, says Newbie. Sure. I don't know what you mean exactly. Hello to Devin. Oh, hey, nice shirt. Thank you. These are, I have a bunch of these really good athletic polos that I bought for playing disc golf. And I got a couple new ones, and I felt like, yeah, I'll throw this one on today. So there you go. But yeah, these are really, really comfy. And with disc golf, they're so stretchy and they fit great. Bro, this will take like 3 hours. Why aren't they using in-game duels? Well, the show, I'm planning to be here for 3 hours. The reason they're not using in-game duels is because in-game duels are really bad for the competitive balance. And let's talk about it in the context of if you have regular duels, when you see what happens in game 1, you can in game 2 have a plan for what you were going to play, but then make adjustments, right? You can change a card or two to make sure that you're not having a crazy bad matchup. With the in-game duels, you might play game 1, and then you kind of know, oh, well, in game 2, I'm kind of messed up like this. And then we've seen so many situations where you get to game 3, and the person goes, well, I have 2 pre-submitted decks, and now I know both of them are bad for what I believe he's playing next. So now in-game duels are good for when you're managing a really large group of people, like a Swiss bracket, things like that. But when you're doing, when you're only focusing on one game at a time, the regular duels without having to use the in-game system allow for more creativity on the part of the players and their analysts, and you end up getting the better player wins more often because they're not stuck with unfortunately bad matchups that come down to chance to a certain degree. They reduce variance. And no, we cannot reuse cards. We are still doing dual mode. You cannot repeat cards within a match. Just instead of it being using the in-game system, they are, after game 1, they prepare their deck for game 2, and so on and so forth. So it does move a little bit slower, but I see I'm down for 3 hours, but the breaks are so annoying. It does move a little bit slower, but we're going to get better Clash Royale, and we're going to do a better job of finding who's the best player out of this group of 16. So they're not using classic decks. We're using classic version of duel mode. Mohammad asking why Revel is not live. I don't know. Maybe Revel's not casting today. Maybe it's Bale. I don't really know. Blay is asking, do I know Hebrew? Lo zakharti kol ha'ivrit she'ani lomed. Let's see. Nice glasses. Thank you very much. You're looking good. Thank you. Sorry if this question is repetitive, but these aren't in-game duels. No, they are not. We're using regular duels. So much like we did in the first season of CRL solos in 2021, where the players, instead of pre-building 4 decks, they were able to play a deck and then in game 2 make a deck out of the remaining cards, and so on game 3. And the same thing we do at CRL World Finals, both in 21 and last year in 2022. And what we'll be doing this year in 2023. So it is still duel mode. They are still not repeating cards, but they're just not doing in-game duels. So we will get better Clash Royale today. Ferin is on the lineup for this bracket. Bracket link in the description, folks. Mother Witch there to work on the spears in the middle. Arrow's just putting a little hurt on the Mother Witch for the moment. And I like this play from Reuben trying to go hard into the right-hand side, but he's not going to get anything out of it because of the Evo barbs in play. It felt like he kind of got caught between 2 ideas. The idea of taking that minor damage to go get a big chunk, and then he decided not to. Decided to go ahead and defend the minor. Where did I learn Hebrew? Babeit Sefel. Will we see the first 8 games today, or so long until there are just 8 players left? We're seeing a lot of games today. I don't know the exact number of games we're seeing today. It's Archer Queen. Did I say Magic Archer instead of Archer Queen? I might have misspoke. It happens, dude. I know what the cards are. Am I Jewish? Yes, my entire life, in fact. Since I was born. Reuben's just having no luck with this this poison situation. And he's just having so much difficulty trying to break through here. These barbs have just been... this deck cycles the barbs and the bomb tower around so fast that it's so difficult for Reuben to find any way past. Dark Angel with a really good selection here in game number 2. And look at this, how he continues to clog the heck out of the right. He can just continue to do this. He's going to go ahead and put a little pressure on the left-hand side. Very interesting that he chose to put that pressure. I guess he just wanted the expenditure out there for Reuben. Bomb tower going to be down low to the left, and now here we go. Fly Machine trying to snipe. Arrows plus Snowball to try to break through. They're not going to do it, and that's just very, very good selection. Very good selection by Dark Angel here. Let me go ahead and open up Royale API so I can continue to look at decks as they come in. So I just realized that I don't have that ready. And there you go, taking a look at our bracket. I don't know what order they're actually planning to go in. I'll see if they can give us a schedule. So game number 1, both players run Fireball. And Dark Angel ran Fireball, Snowball, and Bomber. So I understand the reason why. I understand Reuben going Fireball bait here in game number 2. Just because so many answers to that Fireball bait are gone. But Dark Angel went with a fast cycle deck that has both Barbs and Bomb Tower. So there you go. And the Poison doing a great job as well. Doesn't Reuben help Jebus with analysis? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's working with Jebus. Is Ian eliminated? If he's not in the bracket, then yes. Soren Pauly, any chance of some stand-up recommendations in the downtime? I watched Doug stand up. No refunds, and your suggestions gone straight to my top 10. Yes, I can recommend you a few easily right now. First, I'll recommend Kurt Metzger, K-U-R-T, Metzger, M-E-T-Z-G-E-R, Kurt Metzger, White Precious. It's from 2014. It's phenomenal. One of my favorite specials. It came out the same year as Bill Burr's Black and White special, and is my favorite of that year. Bill Burr's was my number 2 that year. Kurt Metzger's White Precious. It's tremendously hilarious. Shane Gillis had a special a couple of years ago on YouTube that was phenomenal. What is the name of that special? Shane Gillis live in Austin. That one is really, really funny and not what you'd expect. And then recently, Ari Shafir's Jew is tremendous, especially if you have any context for anything Jewish. Ari Shafir's Jew is really, really funny. So there you go. Nice, but you don't emphasize the R when you speak. It's very light. Well, I am American. I can go Beit Sefel. I can go ahead and like really roll my ratios, but don't need to all the time. Let's see. Ian didn't qualify in Mo. Is that coming? Correct. What deck do you use? I use all of them. I use every deck. Speaking of decks, let's talk about what might be happening here in game number 3 with things all tied up. Fireball out for both players. Poison out for Dark Angel. Reuben has not played Log, has not played Poison. It's very likely that Reuben is going to play something with Poison Log. He could try to swerve and go with a lightning-based deck, or go like Barb Barrel and go Graveyard. So Reuben's more known for going Hog in a situation like this. Hog EQ is definitely open for him. If I'm Dark Angel, I'm probably preparing for Hog. Oh, and here we go. Let's take a look. What do we actually got going on? Dark Angel has played Fireball, Poison. Dark Angel probably going either Hog EQ or a Lightning-based deck, and Reuben going RG. And Titan comes out with the Inferno Dragon. Dark Angel with the Inferno Dragon, which he already played. So, Dark Angel, what is happening? Dark Angel already played this deck. Oh, no. It's Titans. Why are they showing a Titan sub-game? Why are they they're showing the wrong game? Wrong game. They're showing the wrong game. Why are they showing us this? What are they doing? I'm DMing them right now. They are just not. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. I don't know who. And someone just clicked and Hobby is like working on something else. This is so funny. I wonder if I can. Hold on, folks. I'm going to try to solve this problem myself because I do have my iPad. And I can try to go get into the clan for this, I think. So let me see if I can solve this problem myself, since they have made a slight error in showing the incorrect game. Let me see. Let me go ahead and switch clans. Let me go ahead and get myself into the... Yeah, there they go. They're fixing things now. I think we'll have the correct one here. I'm going to, just for insurance purposes now, since that apparently is a possibility, I'm going to go ahead and switch this. And here we go. And this is what I was going to say. Like, that Dark Angel has Hog EQ open, and Reuben, knowing that Hog is super predictable for him, goes a different direction. This is smart. A smart change here. And I'm going to go ahead and put myself in the clan just in case something crazy like that happens again. So I guess that they are running some matchups off screen for off stream in order to get us through the broadcast today. I'll keep you posted on that info as I get it. Keep in mind here that Reuben does have to actually get on tower, and doesn't have any great way to kill those firecrackers. So Reuben's, you can see Reuben's taking some damage. Dark Angel with the lead right now. Dark Angel can, if Dark Angel can play defense, he can just do this. He can spell cycle Reuben out of the game with arrows plus, and this is arrows as opposed to log too. And a very defensive version with the guards. Great. This is actually a pretty great pick, I think, by Dark Angel. Going with Hog, but going with a slightly different version of Hog, and really mitigating risk here. And now this is going to be more damage that Reuben takes. So Reuben, the right idea, but the wrong pick, and that's GG. That's it. All right, Dark Angel going to take the first set here, or his first match, and Reuben's going to drop down into the lower bracket. There go the arrows. The EQ will beat all that out. GG, well played. Dark Angel. Great game. I like the attempt from Reuben. I like the idea from Reuben. But definitely just outpicked there by Dark Angel in that game. Very well done. Very well done indeed. Is Molai out? No, look at the bracket. The bracket's in the description. Are matching happening simultaneously? Some matches are, yes. Some matches are happening simultaneously just to get us to move the bracket along and get us done within a proper amount of time. What do you think of Joe Rogan as a comedian? I used to like his stuff a lot. His special from 2008, I think it was, Talking Monkeys in Space, is really, really good. His bit on tigers from that special is excellent. I don't love his stuff as of his more recent stuff. I'm not into, but some of his older stuff was really good. Let's see. There was, and also the special he did at the at Denver Comedy Works, Rocky Mountain High. That material, I watched him work it out at the Comedy Store when I was working there. And it was really good there, and it wasn't a good. Sometimes a comedy special doesn't actually capture the magic that night, and I just didn't think Rocky Mountain High did a good job of capturing how good that material was when he was working it out in the clubs. So that's how I felt about that one. He is old, yeah, but Carlin was old when he was doing some gangster stuff. So, you know, I mean, Rodney Dangerfield was old, so old doesn't mean anything necessarily. But, you know, it depends on, like, how hungry you are. Let's see. How can you pick that bad and throw the game? I don't think it was necessarily a bad pick. I think that it wasn't necessarily a terrible pick. It was the right idea, right? Trying to be unpredictable, because Reuben is known for being a little bit too predictable. It could have been some adjustments. All right, here we go. I think we are ready for our next match. And we are. Ali and Koko. Let's go. Have I gone to Mothership? I have not gone to Mothership. I don't really go to see stand-up anymore after, you know, being in stand-up for so long. I just, you know, I can't really be a customer anymore. I haven't been to Mothership yet. Half my friends, like the staff is like half people I've known for years. I should go and just hang out at the bar and, you know, talk to everybody, but haven't had time. Let's see. When Ferin play? Whenever he plays, man. I'm not in charge of the schedule today. What is Ali's background? Yeah, it looks like he's like in a subway or something. And some dude's like holding a camera at his face. More Elias saying, Rich, do you think Clash Royale is pay to win or not? My opinion is skewed because I only care about competitive. I don't like, you know, the average user experience isn't really relevant to the world that I live in for Clash Royale, right? So if you are just someone who is playing and trying to push ranked, especially now, you need to, the paywall is aggressive. But in terms of actually being a competitive player, I only consider you a competitive player. Like, if you are a competitive player, the game's not pay to win because you should have everything unlocked and you shouldn't be investing in your ability to compete, even if some of that is a little bit stiff. So I do wish them, but I have said many times, I do think the current monetization scheme around EVOs is too aggressive. Is this independent of the CRL final? Yes, this is not a part of CRL at all. This is a separate community event. All right, I do see some comments about Ali's cameraman. Keep your jokes family friendly, please, or you will be timed out. Whoever is holding Ali's camera should just stabilize it on their knee, though. See, here's the interesting thing about doing this in regular duels rather than in-game duels. Some of these choices, right? Bowler, I'm assuming this is, I guess this is Loon. Is it GY with the, I actually don't know, with the Inferno Dragon Golden Knight combination. I've never played this specific combination. I guess it could still be freeze easily. Probably a graveyard, I mean. But some of these choices probably wouldn't build them necessarily in a pre-submitted deck, pre-submitted duels. Are cameras necessary in this round? Yes. Probably GY says newbie. Yeah, I think you're right. Is face cam a requirement? Yes, face cam is a requirement. So we do need to see that guy in the background who is maybe also playing Clash Royale. That's a lot. That's a big downhill push here. And no surprises here. Ali's throwing out some emotes. No surprises here. Is he on an actively moving train? I think he is. I thought he was in a state. No, he's in a station. He's in a station. That's hilarious. Just what a funny way to do that. What a funny way to do that. So as you can see, the Titan sub first round matchup took place off stream. Sub moving on. Titan will be in the lower bracket, not eliminated. And I don't know what the order is today, folks. So I see people asking about, hey, when is this person playing? When is this person playing? They did not give us a schedule. So I don't know what the order is going to be precisely. It might also partially be based on who's available when. So I don't know exactly what's going down there. Let's see. Let me catch up to somebody. Do I think Sertag should be a competitive player? Again. I don't think there's any reason to. He's doing great with content creation. Why would you? Why would you spend your time on that when you're killing it on content? Oh boy. All right. Well, hold on, folks. I missed someone who is going to get banned. There you go. Cool. Let's see. Have I been in any esports before Clash Royale? Honestly, okay, so this is maybe a weird thing. I love Clash Royale, and I love Clash Royale esports. I'm not like a general esport. Like, I don't watch League. I don't watch CSGO. You know, just not my thing. But I love Clash Royale esports. So there you go. Let me see if we can get... The one negative about regular duels versus in-game duels, or besides like the speed thing of it, is that you don't have the deck information popping up. All right, here we go. So, Koko running the Rage Sparky deck. The Evo Knight out for Koko now, and Evo Barbs. You know, we talk about different. You gotta think about when you're talking about stuff that's out for duels, right? You kind of think of a few things. You think of win conditions, you think of spells, you think of counters, but now you also think of champions and Evos. It really has adjusted a lot of what you think about what's in and out. Zekin says, why is Ian underperforming? I don't know if he is underperforming. Ian is performing. He's a top 50 player in the world in competitive. Koko lavas up. Mother Witch Zappy's Fireball in this RG deck. No true Lava Hound killer, though. And so look at all that. Look at how much Ali had to spend there to still take death damage. Him looking around behind somebody who maybe was like, what are you doing? Will OJ ever play Clash Royale in a competition ever again or not, Rich? I mean, some like showcase type stuff, but OJ's not a competitive player. And this is interesting because Koko is getting a ton of damage just by those Skeleton Kings just walking over to tower. Because he has to save the barbs for those RGs. This is a pretty important push here for Koko. Zappy's not in cycle on the right-hand side. RG can't counter push on him yet. Although RG will be coming behind this, I think. This is possible. Yeah, there we go. Evo RG comes in. Barbs are in cycle. But that Evo RG is going to get 2 at least. Fireball in, then that should be enough. But here we go. Loon versus Royal Giant. Royal Giant gets one more, and that's going to be Koko taking the game. Woo! What a finish. What a finish. What a finish indeed. Let me go ahead and turn that music on here. And let me go to where's the replay? There we go. Here's my replay channel. 1 second, folks. Boom. Let's go ahead and run the replay for this. Do I have the replay? I don't know if I have the replay thing on here. I thought I had replay on here. All right, well, let's go ahead and run the replay. I'm going to go ahead and, I thought I had, where's my, let me go see if I can add this real quick. That should be the, nope, that's the wrong text entirely. Let's remove that. Let me go ahead and try to, I thought I had a thing here that said replay. Let me go ahead and make one real quick. As you guys can watch that finish while I get this thing formatted. And let's go ahead and put the color, a nice little bright, a nice red there. Cool. Let's go ahead and put a little dark background there. Let's give it a little outline to Yeah, there we go. So we can see it a little bit better. Great. And then where's the font? Where do I change? Where's my font? There we go. And let's go ahead and make sure that font is some solid Clash Royale font, huh? Boom. And then now we'll go ahead and move this right down here. And move this right over here. There you go. Little BTS for a little behind the scenes. And now let's go ahead and watch this replay one more time. As they are working to decide their decks here. So this Lava Hound comes in, and the Royal Giant's back in cycle, and Ali just makes the choice to go for to win the spell to win the base race here. And he makes it without Fireball readily in hand. And so he can't predict the barbs and takes too much damage. The RG goes down, and Balloon gets it done. And it was still, I think that was still too much. Still too much, so there you go. Let's see. Let me go ahead and take a look at the... What made you want to commentate for CRL? There was an open casting call. At the time, I was working at the Comedy Store, parking cars, taking tickets in exchange for stage time and very little money. And I was having a great time, but this opportunity came up, and I took it. And it was life-changing. Let's see. Well, we've seen Mortar in this we've seen plenty of Mortar in this competition. What are you talking about? Just haven't seen it today. Tower Race against Loon. Yeah, if he could have, probably still could have won that, TBH. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 3. Hoggy Q against Minor Wall Breakers. RG still wouldn't have won if he had the Fireball faster. Yeah, maybe not. Probably right. Rich, are you a competitive player? No, I don't play. I commentate. I think this is the same place that he was. I think that they just switched his position a little bit. Because it's the same bricks. People saying he changed position. He was already outside. And then, yes, a much better camera position here. Why Ali doesn't play from his home? I guess he's doing stuff today. He's busy. Little late with the bomb tower. But, oh, and the Firecracker does not get one bat, forces the snowball out. And now a nice elixir advantage for Ali here. And he's going to go ahead and put some pressure on. Good Earthquake out of Koko. Very heads-up play there. Very, very good Earthquake. Koko with the lead, but it's Ali with the dual lane pressure. 1803 on the left-hand side, 1660 on the right. And not a big lead here for Koko. And I know a lot of Turkish fans have been asking for Ferin. I don't know when he's playing, but I see that one of the most popular Turkish content creators here in the building. That's a good poison out of Ali. Very smart poison. Not going to get the knight damage that he wanted out of that, but still pretty good. Log to push back here. 1199 to 1355. Still keep an eye on that left-hand tower. It is interesting though that Ali is the one putting a lot of the dual lane pressure here with a chip deck as opposed to Koko with the hog deck. But it's Ali who's getting the success there and now has the lead in the left-hand side. Hog gets one, does not get the second. Evo Firecracker, a real problem here, though. And that should be enough for Koko to take this win here, I believe. The bomb tower might get down. No, it doesn't. GG, well played. Koko takes the win and will remain in the top. Moving on to face Sub. We should see that in the bracket look in a few minutes here. And there you go. They haven't updated it yet, folks, but I am seeing it on the challenge bracket, which is linked in the description. Ferin and Ardan Toas played off stream, and Ferin beat Ardan and isn't going to be in round 2 against Dark Angel. So that should update here on screen fairly soon. Koko beats Ali, Sub beats Titan. They'll meet in winner's bracket round 2. In the lower bracket, it will be Ardan Toas versus Reuben in one of the lower bracket spots, and Titan versus Ali in the other lower bracket spot. And again, that is linked in the description for those of you who want to see that bracket. Do I think some competitive players would be better as content creators? Probably. Very possible. Seahawks saying, is allowed to speak outside of English. I'd prefer to keep it English here, just because I don't know what you're saying if you speak in a different language. I would prefer to keep English here if possible. In the chat. So there you go. The GOAT should be next. I'm not sure what the order is, but we'll see. But yes, Ferin's match was off stream and already happened. But I believe that his next match, when it does come up, will be on stream. So there you go. Let's see. Rich, can I speak can you speak Australian? All right, here's a travel tip for all of you. Travel tip for anybody going worldwide. If you are in a hostel on a trip somewhere, and let's say you're in like the common room and you hear an Australian accent, go towards that accent, because you will go towards that accent, make friends, because you will have a phenomenal night that night. Nobody travels and has fun like the Australians. Maybe the most important travel rule I ever learned. Let's go. You wanted the GOAT? Here he is. Mohammad Light. Paulo. Best of 3. And Mo going Sparky to open up. Does not get the shot off on the bomb tower. That would have been nice for him. And running the lightning version of Sparky is Mohammad Light. Very interesting. Watch for, in this matchup, how Mo manages his cycle to keep a really clean option for defense. Right? He wants that bar barrel all the time. He wants to make sure he has the proper minor counters. Evo Knight. Great for him. And a half step late with the Hunter. And that's good damage for Paulo here early. So Snowball Lightning for Mo in this one. And you can see he's continuing to struggle to get what he wants, although this is nice. Down by 4. Paulo sets up his bomb tower, but keep in mind that's a 2 elixir advantage for Mohammad Light because the Sparky being on the board already. Lightning trying to make room for a Sparky to hit. Log knocks it back. Knight to pick up the shot. 16:53 to 17:23. Mohammad Light now in the lead. NATO log. And well managed here by Paulo. Very well managed. But this is where it gets harder for Paulo to find opportunities to break through and get real damage. It's going to be, yeah, this is interesting because Paulo getting wall breakers on tower at this point, unlikely. Magic Archer trying to get lineups on offense is going to be very difficult for him. He has to spend so much on defense over and over again, and Mohammad can consistently get lightning value and just continue to line up this left-hand lane. Wall breakers high, Hunter to counter. They do a great job. 16-16 to 12-55. You really need to be further ahead. You can't play this matchup from Paulo's side and be down when you go into, be down or even really even when you go into double and triple. Because eventually you have to try to spend money spend elixir offensively, and then you don't have enough to play defense, and here you go. Boom. GG, well played. He's going to try to beat out this lightning and just put pressure on. But not going to do it. Mohammad Light plays it right. There we go. So game number 1 in this matchup, the Goblin Giant Sparky of Mohammad Light against the Marcher NATO Minor Wall Breakers of Paulo. And what's great about this Mohammad is he did run triple spell here, which is interesting. Barbarrel Snowball Lightning does make things a little bit more questionable for Mohammad moving forward. Paulo should have a narrower focus. Right now he's kind of making a call here. You have Poison Fireball Lightning. I mean, Poison Fireball EQ as your 3 primary big spells remaining. You have arrows as well. But for the big spells, Poison, Lightning, Earthquake. NATO's already out, so that makes you think, hey, Hog EQ is a really strong play. So Paulo, my best guess here is that Paulo tries to counter Hog, and that Mohammad Light and Jebas try to counter snipe the Hog counter. That's my guess here. Inferno Tower would not be surprising out of Paulo here to try to cover both RG, Lava, and Hog. He could also go Inferno Dragon. Magman, I don't like seeing Mohammad Light play Sparky. He's being smart. He's doing different things. I watch you just Firkin match we don't see. I didn't choose the matches. But hopefully they will put on Firkin later. Here you go. There's the current upper bracket. They're only showing half of the first round matches in order to get us further through the lineup today, so that we can move a bit more expeditiously. Mo will put Ewiz in his deck if he plays RG. Interesting theory. Let's go. So again, my theory is that Paulo tries to cover Hog, and Mo's in a maybe. Is Mo going Hog? Interesting. Mo just saying, hey, I can beat you at this. I am not able to do double screen. That's not what we're doing today. What's my favorite cartoon show? I haven't really thought about that. There is a losers or lower elimination bracket. So maybe a full mirror match here. So Paulo does what I thought, which is plays something with Inferno Tower to try to cover Lava, RG, and Hog Rider. Mohammad Light goes the same direction. And for those of you who want to see the bracket, it is linked in the description below. I can also link it right here. Let me go ahead and link this bracket for you. There you go. There's your bracket link for today. SB saying, surprised no one's using Splash Yard. Well, I will be having a Splash Yard guide coming out on my channel very soon with the God RF, Splash Yard Master. So not quite a mirror match. Interesting to see Mohammad Light going with a variation that doesn't have a champion. Right, so no 3-card cycle here for Mohammad, which is going to make things a little more tricky if they are close when they get in late. Log is a better pair for the Hog here. But if they're really close and it's the final 30 seconds, I do have concerns about the lack of 3-card cycle. Now, again, it's Mohammad, so not super concerned. The Valken here is an interesting choice, though, and I'm wondering what he was trying to cover here. Good snowball. Guards come out. Log to knock back, but with that not in cycle. Trying to cover Graveyard maybe, but he already has the EQ and the Log and the guards. I'm looking through Paulo's deck list. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff that is really specific to why the Valk would be in there. Interesting Hog to the inside from Paulo. And with that Earthquake, Mohammad does get it back with the lead. But now Paulo with a low-health Mighty Miner and a Firecracker on the board. EQ in, Inferno Tower doing its job. The Valk takes care of the Firecracker and maybe trying to counter Drill, says Sluggish Crow. That's a good call here. I don't see Drill in Paulo's recently played in most of Paulo's decks, but maybe that's what he's going for. And again, this is where things are interesting. If I'm Paulo, I'm getting this Mighty Miner down, and I'm out-cycling him on EQs right here. He's still going for Hogs. He does see that the Inferno Tower was out of cycle. I don't know if I love that play, though. And Hog still gets one here, plus the EQ. And now he has to get Hog damage because he's not going to be able to do an EQ cycle win. Did Paulo misplay that by not getting Mighty Miners down more in triple? What do you think? That's what I would have thought, that because he had 3-card cycle and Mohammad Light didn't, that he would have gotten the Mighty Miner down and gone for more 3-card cycle. And you can see Paulo kind of smiling and shaking his head. Is that because he thinks that he should have won that? Oh no, I do like Paulo's attitude here. Once again, Mohammad Light plays brilliantly. And you can see moving on in our upper bracket where he'll face the winner of Koko and Mr. Cena, a.k.a. Droy. Paulo just won me as a little fan there, though, so a smile and a nod. Good stuff from Paulo. Tough situation. Let's see. Just a dude saying, Rich, shout out, please. No, I will not shout you out. Why is he not using Drill? Is Paulo primarily a Drill player? Maybe I guess that's probably why the Valk was in there then, was to counter the Drill, as talked about earlier. Are you out if you lose? No, it's double elimination. Bracket is right here. Here's the bracket, so you can go and see how it works. Let's see. It's double elimination, folks. You get 2 losses, and then you're out. Maybe to counter pigs. Yeah, I just didn't see pigs anywhere in the decks of Paulo. Let's see. But what do you guys think? I'm very curious about the thought here in the chat. Do you think that Paulo should have been cycling Mighty Miner and using that and abusing that 3-card cycle more in triple elixir? That's kind of what it felt to me like he should have been doing. I don't know. When are the Chinese qualifiers? Coming up, I guess. Rich, make a house tour. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and jump into our next matchup. I think this is Sandbox and Matea. There you go. Wish they would put names on the screen. That'd be useful. Off air, Koko and Droy, aka Mr. Cena, played. Koko got the win. So it'll be Mohammad Light and Koko in the winner's bracket round 2, and Paulo and Droy, aka Mr. Cena, in the lower bracket. Oh boy, Sparky, Rage Up Sparky for Matea does connect. Wait, is Sparky now meta? How? Rage doing damage and the Evo Knight. Also, in duels, Sparky's really nice because other than the fact that other than the Evo Knight, you don't compete with all of the cards, right? Sparky and Goblin Giant appear nowhere else, right? Minions don't appear anywhere else. There's plenty of RG options that don't run Mother Witch. Miner seems pretty overrated in my opinion. I don't think it's a pretty good fit for this current meta. I disagree. Minions appear in lava. They don't have to, though. I mean, look, anytime you play any deck, you're going to lose cards from other decks, but Goblin Giant Sparky runs a lot of cards that don't compete. And Matea I mean, that's an interesting Miner not good in this meta when I feel like didn't Miner Wall Breakers like wasn't Miner Wall Breakers all over the top 10 in our last ranked season? This has gone. You just need to not let that Sparky hit. That's all you got to do here. Wow. Sandbox. Feeling it. Feeling the mojo. Sandbox feeling it. GG, well played. Nicely done. All right. Let's go ahead and we just bring this open here. Tornado best win condition, says Jed FPS. Very funny. So, Sandbox running the Remy Eli deck. Has all the big spells still available. NATO out for Sandbox. NATO and Log both out for Sandbox. So, when I'm looking at what Mateo ran game number 1. He did take the Fireball and Mother Witch. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mateo go with a Royal Giant, Evo Royal Giant deck. Look, I mean, obviously he has Miner, obviously he has Hog, both really open now with NATO out. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him go Royal Giant, also with both the knockback and the pullback out. I think Sandbox is going to, again, try to cover. Honestly, I think we're going to see a lot of Inferno Dragon today, a lot of Inferno Tower today. Let's go ahead and jump in. So looking like Hog for Mateo. And now Sandbox. Just going copy deck maybe here. Although going with Evo Barbs rather than Evo Knight since he just played Evo Knight. Just a little pressure play here. Throws the guards right into the Mother Witch. Just the guards by itself into that left-hand side is suspect play from Mateo. Again, I don't like any play where it feels like you're kind of obviously feeding your opponent. And this Sparky going to get a shot on tower at Mateo. Yeah, Mateo fed 3 Elixir to Sandbox. And that's the payback for that kind of decision. If he was going to throw maybe a Hog behind all that, maybe. But just throwing the 3 guards there into a deck that commonly runs Mother Witch. Even if it didn't run Mother Witch, it would feel like there would be a good response in the left-hand lane for Sandbox to that guards play. Interesting early cycle of the Heal Spirit. Just gets a little chip damage in the left-hand lane. I'm a little surprised by the Barb cycle just because he doesn't have a ton of great Hog counters. So he cycles his Barbs and takes a couple of Hog shots here. So that does surprise me a little bit out of Sandbox. And now he's going to make sure that Evo Firecracker gets off the board. But now this is all going to get junked up. Inferno Tower ruins the Sparky. And honestly, I really, you talk about suspect plays. I don't like that Barb cycle play. Maybe his cycle was just funky in the first place. But your only real effective Hog counter. And now he takes more chip damage from the Firecracker. Your best Hog counter. Just kind of thrown to the wayside. And that's breathed life back into Matea's gameplay. And now Mateo Hogs. This time Barb should be there. There they go. But the log does open up enough for a hit. And now it's just this push gets there before a log, or that's it. Can it get there before the log? Can he get there before the log? Fireball in, and he does it by 8 HP. Oh my word. What is Clash Royale? What is this? Craziness. Craziness, I tell ya. The moment's so nice, we want to see it twice. Let's go ahead and jump into the replay of this finish. And Sandbox, again, just let his Barbs get out of cycle. And here goes the Fireball on the right, the Log Hog play. And let me just go back here for 1 second. I believe Hog comes down first, then Log, right? So he's only 3 cards away from a Log here. He's got 4 elixir. He plays the guards. Now he's 2 cards away. 1 card away. Plays the Ice Spirit, but it gets Mother Witched and gets tacked back to the log super late. Wow. Wow, indeed. Let's go take a look at the lower bracket. Ardan versus Reuben. These are all elimination matches now, folks. The ones you're looking at on the left-hand side of your screen. Ardan versus Reuben. Ali versus Titan. Paulo versus Mr. Cena. Droy. And trainer Adnan versus Matea. So those 4 will all be elimination matches. Due to our double elimination format. And really, going back to that replay one more time. The Ice Spirit turning into a pig. And you're going to see that here in a moment. The Ice Spirit turning into a pig is a real problem. So there you go. Log comes in. Plus the EQ. He was already back to... So that's 2. Right. Okay, let me go back here. Did the hog come down before the log? It does. It does. Okay. So log comes down. Where's the fire? Where's the firecracker on this? See, firecracker's already down. Okay. Log comes down. There's the EQ. There's the guards. You need 2 more cards here. There's the firecracker. You need 1 more card here. And that ice spirit just... Oh, was it the Mother Witch that hit? Yeah, if that ice spirit actually gets on the Mother Witch rather than gets turned into a pig, the log wins it here. But the Ice Spirit turns, and the Firecracker's too low. Ooh, the Fireball probably would have beat out the log anyway, though. Crazy. Chaos. Let's go take a look at our upper bracket now that it's solidified. Ferin versus Dark Angel. Koko versus Sub, Mohammad Light, and Ncoo. And then Hugo and Sandbox. So there you go. James McFadden saying, Rich, that's such a good shirt. So jealous. You can get this, not a sponsor. Maybe one day there'll be a sponsor, who knows. But Sunday Swagger is these shirts. Sunday Swagger. I own like 4 of them. I'm about to order a 5th. I wear them for disc golf. But they're also just nice in general. Probably wear a different one tomorrow. Your glasses is so good, the color, though. You don't like the color? I like the color. I like everything's so dark here, so a little pop of color on the face is nice. Where's Mugi? I'm assuming in Japan. If he logged the Mother Witch and cycled Earthquake, he would have won. Also, potentially a very good point here. Also, very good point there. What's the most versatile deck in the game? Interesting question. I think maybe the Remy Eli deck. You can play it totally as a control deck, or you can play it totally aggressive. Sandbox definitely more used to high-pressure situations, as Nasid is making that observation. Rich, that's the CEO of Sunday Swagger. I wish I'd be making bank right now. Are you playing disc golf right now? Yes, I'm actively playing disc golf right this second, obviously. Magic Archer, best tank killer, don't deny, accept it. Interesting point. I think it's true that you don't have eyes and only use your ears to commentate games. Yes, I have no eyes. That's true. My dark horse for CRL finals, like to make it to CRL finals or to win CRL finals, because we're still not even there to win it yet. We're not even there to win it yet. Yeah, Sandbox definitely celebrating right now. Yeah, of course. We can go take a look. Let's go take a look one more time at his celebration. I'm going to go ahead and scoot it forward. I think I got the celebration in there. Yeah. Sandbox has great celebrations. Top tier. Sluggish Crow heading out. Keep it weird, chat. Yeah, well, they won't have any difficulty with that one. That's for sure. That's for sure. Let me actually go to my... I'm going to go ahead and mark some of these replays. Let me go ahead and rename that one Sandbox Clutch. Might make some shorts out of some of these great moments. Oh, that's right, because that's still open. I need to switch that out. Let me go ahead and do that so I can actually rename this file. I just realized I'll switch that replay to one of the other older replays. I need to go ahead and rename some of these ones. Next match coming up here as soon as they have it. So we'll see. Why didn't we see the match between Hugo and Trainer Adnan? Because half of the first round matches were played off screen so that we could have time for the full show today. So we are actually going to play, I think we're going to play a few more off stream too, aren't we? Yes, we are going to play a few more of these off stream as well. So the Titan Ali match in the lower bracket will be off stream, as well as Paulo Droy. I believe we're going to be watching Reuben versus Ardan coming up next. And then we're going to watch Dark Angel Ferin, I believe, after that. So I think that's how things are going down. But yes, we will have a few more matches off stream on the day. Take it easy. Akash, show us your room. Here's the room. That's what I'm in. Rich, what is your favorite country you have visited? That's a great question. Scotland is certainly up there, but I also lived there for a while. So that definitely is high on my list. Japan was out of this world. I can't recommend visiting Tokyo enough. Definitely way up there on my list. So you have you have one definite and one likely world finalist here in this Ardan versus Reuben matchup. Ardan Toas, of course, already officially qualified for World Finals because of his golden ticket win in the month that Mohammad Light didn't play. And then Reuben currently sitting on number 5 on the points leaderboard. And if he can defend that position, he will go to World Finals. But of course, that is easier said than done in this current CRL climate. Rich, your take on India? Never been, but the food's tremendous. I actually make my own korma at home. It's very good. So, interesting mirror match here. And one that Ardan is miles ahead on. Do I watch the U.S. Open? Like for tennis? I didn't watch much of it. I am currently much more watching the Disc Golf World Championship, PDGA World Championship this weekend, which has been very fun. And I will, of course, be watching more of that today and tomorrow, as I think we will probably have a first-time world champion. That's my guess on the MPO side. This is almost impossible for Reuben to play back into now. It would require a pretty big mistake on Ardan's part for Reuben to get back in this one. Of course, that mistake could be happening right now. Did I just throw out another tremendous caster curse? Did I just do it? Am I the king of caster curses? Just as I'm saying, there's almost no way for Reuben to get back in this one. The Evo Knight super tanks for the Magic Archers. And Reuben, oh my word. Oh my word. No way. And Reuben just kind of smirks at the camera. Bro. What did I do? Ardan, I'm sorry. Ardan, I'm sorry. Dude, I'm the king of caster curses. I am the king. Let's go ahead and look at this replay here. Look at this. It's the Evo Knight just protecting the Magic Archer. And everything's just sneaking on through. Craziness. The scenes. The scenes. Absolute insanity. And why is he playing the Evo Knight like it's Graveyard? Why is Ardan playing the Evo Knight in that position like it's Graveyard? Let's see that one more time. The Miner gets on tower, and the Evo Knight comes around. The Classic Knight can't do it, and Reuben goes, oh, you'll give me more Magic Archer value? You'll give me more Magic Archer value than that? I already had Magic Archer value. You want to give me more? You want more music? Well, let me find a friend. That's a deep cut on kids' books, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows what book that is. Either way. Woo! Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. After that, brutal loss. We've seen pigs versus lava. And there we go. I don't think he can get past the zappies here. Reuben might get death damage, and he does. I don't know what Reuben's answers are for the pigs here, though. Is he playing lava barbs? And I'll answer some more questions. I'll answer some more questions during the break. Please replay the part where Reuben could have gotten a King Tower activation, but the Magic Archer killed or even used a tornado. I didn't pull a replay from that. I have to pull replays actively while they're happening in order to do that, because I don't have a replay operator. I'm just me. So I have a button where I can pull a replay. Oh boy, that's in deep. That's in deep. Can you still win if you're in the lower bracket? Yes, that's why it's a lower bracket. So that's going to be some nice fire. Does not get the last Goblin and Bar, but the Fireball. Ardan maybe a little bit extra. I don't know what team jersey Ardan Toas is wearing. Oh, this is a good push under. Fireball to get all of that, though. And this is going to get real nasty their way. He's going to take a couple shots here. But now, big push. Ardan would love to get back to Fireball. He does have both Fireball and arrows. And watch for the next sequence. I think Reuben, in the next sequence, is going to play Lava, maybe a tile to the left, so he can play the Loon a tile to the right and try to push it around that Goblin cage. That's my guess, next sequence. Loon in the back here. Fascinating. And Zappies stop all but death damage here. Reuben trying to get real creative. Wants to get back to... That's a lot of stuff there for a spell. Does not have a Fireball. And now has to make sure he stops these Evolved Barbs from ruining his tower. Goes for the little pull up high with the Goblins. 908 to 1684. Reuben in trouble. Ardan now recognizes it and pushes hard. Has to go Fireball plus Skelly Drags and gives up Fireball value. Reuben knows that was not ideal. So now I think Reuben's going to set up his Lava Hound one tile inside. No, he goes all the way to the outside. Can he get the Loon to push to the outside here? Is face cam compulsory? Yes, absolutely it is. Makes for a much better product to have face cam. And now dual lane pressure here. And Ardan goes pigs under the Inferno Tower on the left-hand side, supporting the Loon on the right-hand side with Skelly Dragons. And now double lava push as Reuben tries to switch the conversation and force some expenditure into that left-hand lane if he can. Cage does come down. Fireball to the wow, will it hit? Will it hit? It does. Huge damage in for Reuben on the left-hand side. Now he pressures with the Loon again on the left. 23 seconds left. Barb hitting on the right-hand side, and this is absolute chaos, and Reuben is going to go all the way through. GG, well played, and he stays alive in our lower bracket. What a performance by Reuben. Lower bracket magic. Let's go ahead and look at that ending one more time. So you see here, it was Reuben switching the script and going to the left-hand lane when he knew that Ardan was winning playing under the Lava Hounds. And this Loon just barely gets in there and gets that shot. That shot was huge. I'm sure Ardan couldn't believe it with the Zappies doing the work they were doing. And now just goes right back to another Loon. And the Cage played low and not in time. Fireball clears. And Reuben. Phenomenal play here. The rest of our lower bracket matches will be taking place off screen, I believe. And yes, some updates. Of course, the bracket is available right here in chat, also in the description below. Mr. Cena beat Paulo, so he moves on. Trainer Adnan beat Matea, so he will stay alive in the lower bracket. Hopefully they'll show us that bracket here on screen in a minute. And I'm waiting to see the results of Ali versus Titan. Let me see if that one is if that one's ongoing. Let's see. I'm just double checking here. Titan and Ali are in a game right now. And I think, let's see, Titan won one game. It is game 3 between Titan and Ali right now. I don't know why it is not on screen. Let's see. Is there a way to watch the day 2 stream from yesterday? Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, which you're on right now, just go to my page. You need to go to the live streams section, which is just scroll down a little bit, and you can see day 1, 2, and 3. All available there. Why is it not in-game duel? Because in-game duels are not as good for competitive fairness. In-game duels add in more random variation because you have to pre-build 4 decks. So in-game duels are less competitive. Whereas these regular style duels are way more competitive because you can be more creative in your deck construction between game to game. Rich, what's the prize pool for top 16? Good question. I had the rulebook open yesterday. The overall prize pool for this year-long event is 70,000. Where is the rule book? Let me go ahead and reopen the rule book. What is the next match? I'll tell you in a moment as soon as I know. The prize pool overall for this event is 15,000 euros. I don't know if you get anything for winning here. I think you have to go to the grand final, where the live final, the top prize will be 7,500 euros. 7,500. So there you go. That's the story there. Is this only one day? No, this is day 3 of 4 for this stage of qualifiers. Tomorrow's the last day of our bracket play. And then the live final for this event is... I can't remember what the date is. The live final for this event is that just the online qualifiers? The live final for this event is going to be October 7th in Madrid. So there you go. Waiting for our next match, and as soon as we have it, of course, we'll get going. The schedule, I think they're just waiting. Maybe they're waiting for that last match to end. Our next matchup should be Ferin versus Dark Angel. I believe our next matchup is Ferin versus Dark Angel, then Koko Sub and Mohammad Lightning Koko. So I think that's what's happening. Let's see. Rich, why aren't you responding to me, man? Well, what did you ask? You're just saying Archer Queen best defensive building? That's just you. You're just saying a thing. It's not even a question. You're just saying Archer Queen best defensive building. What am I supposed to respond to with that? Yes? No? Thirsty in here. That's all your fault for Ardan losing. Yeah, probably. Let's see. That was 2020 Reuben. Welcome back. Yeah. Ardan made some suspect choices, but yes. Reuben's great. I mean, Reuben's still. Right now, he is top 12 in the world. So, in CRL rankings. So it's not like Reuben's gone. You know what I mean? Titan got the reverse sweep on Ali. All right. So World Finals won't be in-game duels. No, it'll be regular duels where you have more flexibility, which is so much better. It's so much better. Let's see. Guys, can you still win if you are in the lower bracket? You know if I have to stay in the clan. Of course you still win, and you can still win if you're in the lower bracket. That's why there's a lower bracket. Have you never done a double elimination bracket before? That's what we do every time for CRL. And it's how every solo tournament has worked in Clash Royale, essentially, for the last, like, I don't know, 4 years? Something like that. I'll look at the lower bracket. They should be updating this the whole way through here pretty soon. Let's see. This is the best words battle player and new good players. I'm not sure what this question means here. Rich, do you cook or eat out more? I probably pretty even between like ordering takeout, going out, and cooking. I should be cooking more. I'm starting to cook more than I have been, just for healthier eating and for saving money. What's your favorite disc golf brand? Says Easy Money. Let's see. My bag right now, I bag Innova Firebird. I bag 2 Innova Firebirds in different weights and plastics. I bag 2 Discmania Essences in different weights and slightly different versions, right? Because one of them is the Nate Perkins Zen Meta 2. I bag a Mint Discs Longhorn, so I have a stable distance driver to make sure it fades hard at the end. I always bag a DX Rock. I currently have a Discraft Buzz in there, but I do want to go back and get my Axiom Hex that I lost. I lost one. I don't need to go ahead and get a new one. I have a Clash Discs. What is that disc that I have from Clash? It's in my main bag. You know what I can actually do here? Hold on. For those of you who want to know, let's see, where's my disc golf bag maker? What is that? What is the disc golf bag builder? Is this? Oh, my disc bag. There we go. My disc bag. Let me go ahead and log into that. Log in. Hold on. Let's see if if this is the correct login. I cannot remember my. Oh, here we go. Gameplay. Let's go. Dark Angel Ferin. Here we go. Let's get it. Does MKBHD play disc golf? I have no idea. How do I log into this? Let's try this. Why are you... Let me try this then instead. Maybe this will be the... There we go. Password link reset. I will share with you my bag in just a minute. I don't know if I can do what I thought. Here. Go to downloads. Save that. Open. Okay. All right. I'm back. Oh, yeah, I do see Akash saying 700 plus watching, only 200 likes. Hey, if you guys can go ahead and throw some likes on the stream, that would be super helpful. Great way to go ahead and get other viewers to come in. Easy, free way for you to support the stream. And oh, boy. Oh, boy. Was that? Oh, the Lumberjack plus the Rage drop there. Dark Angel just holding on for dear life there. Just holding on. And hook up you with a nice buzz if you need one, says tossing plastic. I have a pretty cool one. I have a nice like hard plastic, the Groku one. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage there. Minor wall breakers left hand lane. Firkin easily just fireballs that. I'm gonna take the minor chip here. How do you lose a disc? Shank throws that bad. Sometimes, also they might pop off, like hit a tree and bounce into who knows where. Especially if you're playing in a heavily wooded area or an area with lots of underbrush and you shoot a blind shot or don't see where the disc actually lands. Also sometimes you forget to pick up your disc. I've done that before too. Oh boy, Minor Wall Breaker is going to go for a full-on connection here. Bat's going to get something. Magic Archer, Ram Rider, Fireball clears. GG, well played. Firkin wins that by 65. Firkin played loose with that. Firkin played that real loose. Hey, tighten it up, brother. You got lots of people watching you right now. All your fans are in my chat. You can't upset them. My word. Firkin, what are you doing? Let's see. I have no idea what any of these things are. Yeah. How many kids do you have? I have 2. Favorite question. What's your favorite word? I don't know. Rich, have you ever tried Indian food? Yes, I eat it often. In fact, I make Indian food at home. I have a very nice recipe for korma that I can put on anything, honestly, but that I developed myself. Let's see. You're back because you're on sick leave. Cool. You love Axiom, Cataplasty, you're afraid of the Infinite Exodus. Interesting. You get a badge for spectating this? No. I have at least 4 discs currently in Narnia. Yeah, I feel you. 65 HP, that's crazy. He like really played real loose. Korma so gas, chicken butter masala. Drop that recipe. The recipe, I've actually dropped the recipe before. Let me go ahead and go to my drive. Recipes. Slayton recipes. Here you go. I will go ahead and share with you. Let's copy that link. Let's go over to my document today for links. Recipes. There you go. Here you go. Here are all my recipes. Here's actually a document I have with a bunch of my recipes, including my my hummus recipe, my korma recipe, and my chipotle hot sauce. All available there. Can we watch Trainer Adnan? I'm not in charge of that. Let's see. Who do you think is someone in Trainer Adnan or Hugo? I don't know. Let me think about that. Adnan's been on fire lately. Here we go. Game 2, Ferin and Dark Angel. I'll show my full disc golf list during our next break between games, folks. I see someone saying Ferin is easily the top 32 CR players in the game. Well, currently he's 37th overall. So there you go. Take that as you will. I think this is our first time seeing Mortar today. In the case of a 3-crown draw, what happens? A rematch? I know anything's possible. It seems impossible, but it can happen. I think that you just replay, yeah. Are Royal Recruits to be balanced or broken? Probably broken. Non-Evo Mortar, going with the Evo Barbs instead. Interesting. Interesting choice here from Ferin. He did come in up in damage. Or up in the match, I mean. For those of you who want to play Graveyard Freeze or Loon Freeze, good timing of defensive freezes is such a key factor. Oh, that's devastating for Dark Angel as the Skelly King goes down, the Inferno, or the Baby Dragon turns away towards the Miner and gets taken off. And now Ferin just playing some defense. Just trying to shut down the board if he can. Ferin not needing to handle this with a poison. Dark Goblin doing a great job. Kurt Hurd saying, try to send a super chat but reaches you. I haven't seen it yet, but if I see it, I will certainly say thank you. Appreciate that. And Ferin gets it done. Easy 2-0. And Dark Angel eliminated. Ferin will be moving on. He'll be facing the winner of Koko and Sub. And also be making the chat here fairly happy. There you go. He'll be facing Koko and Sub. Dark Angel, not limited. Sorry, Dark Angel down to the lower bracket. My mistake. Dark Angel down to the lower bracket. He'll be facing trainer Ardan in the elimination bracket. There you go. I said I would I would show you guys my disc golf bag, since while we're waiting for our next matchup. So here we go. Let me go ahead and just throw that in there. There you go. For those of you who care about this sport at all, this is pretty accurate right now. I think I'm missing Yeah, my Hex is out of the bag because I lost it. But this is pretty accurate for my bag, for those of you who care. Let's first go ahead and take a quick look at the lower bracket. Dark Angel will be facing trainer Ardan in that lower bracket. And of course, you see the other players in the elimination bracket all waiting. Let's see. So up here we have a Destroyer, right? High-speed driver. I have two. These do not fly the same. A Wraith and a Longhorn. My Wraith is lightweight and very flippy. The Longhorn is heavier and more stable. I have two Firebirds, one in lightweight pro plastic or star plastic, and a heavier champion Nate Sexton Firebird. I also carry a full tilt as a utility disc. Super, super crazy overstable. I actually just lost this inertia. I need to take that out of there. I lost that I brought it. It was a used disc that I brought to play Lake Holes, and I lost it in a lake. But I still have that Valk. My Roadrunner is actually being shipped back to me because someone found it. I bagged two essences, one heavier and then one lighter in the MetaZen plastic. That's my Cookie from Clash Discs. This is my Maul. It's my big backhand turnover shot. Leopard and Valk are both glow discs. I rarely use them. They're in my glow bag. I need to replace my Hex because that's my glow mid-range, but I also carry a Buzz. I always carry a Classic Rock no matter what because 3 of my 4 aces are with Classic Rocks, and then I putt with both a Wizard and a Magic, depending if I need a turnover putt or if I need if I just need it to be nice and stable. So there you go. That's my disc golf bag. Turn and fade means. I'm happy to explain this. Turn is when you at the highest speed part of a disc's flight early on. How likely is it to fly away from the way you're throwing it or to stay stable? And then fade is at the end of the disc flight. How hard does it fade down the opposite direction? So throwing it really fast, does it go off this way or the other way depending on what you're throwing? And then at the end of the flight, does it come back really hard this way? There you go. Let's see. Rich, you know Molt plays disc golf. I do. We've never spoken about it. We've never spoken, really. Let's see. Who did he high-five? I don't know who he high-fived. Good question. What time will Mo play? Soon, I think. What is that? It was a list of all my disc golf discs in my bag. I have to update it, though, because it is actually no longer accurate. I realized. No longer accurate. I need to take off... I'm going to get a new Hex, I believe. But I need to take off that inertia. Because that I lost, and I'm not going to replace it, I don't think. Oh, I can unlist... I can unlink... Ooh, I should have done that. Whatever. Rich, when is the final? Tomorrow will be the final. Here we go. Let's jump in to Sub versus Koko. Our disc golf course is expensive. Most disc golf courses are free to play. There are some that are pay to play, but they are usually like between $5 and $8, depending on weekdays or weekends. There are some that are like up to $20 to play, but very rare. If you could, which card would you evolve? Ice Golem. This is not the last day. This is day 3 of 4 of this stage. And then the final day of the Madrid portion of this competition will be October 7th. And then the World Finals, the Grand Finals for this overall year-long Dreamhack competition will be in Valencia, Spain in December. Guy holding Sub's camera. Just put it on your... This is so easy. Just put it on your knee. Just put it on your knee. That's all you got to do. Your knee's a great stabilizer. I recorded a 5-minute fireworks show for my son. Just putting my camera on my knee at a baseball game. Oh, my word. Will Ferin play again? I don't believe so. Not today. I think that today's schedule... Actually, I can go ahead and tell you for sure. No, our last match of the day should be the next one, Mo versus Ncoo. I believe that's our last match of the day. You didn't complete 2 hours, man. It's not. I'm not in charge of the schedule, dude. If it goes nice and quick, it goes nice and quick. What time is it in USA? I mean, I could say that Google is a really effective way of answering that question, but right now in Texas, it is 10:45 in the morning. Oh, that hog is all over you. That's a GG. That's a well played. That's game 1 for Koko. Beautiful. Game 1 for Koko. I like how clean this overlay is. USA has so many time regions. Yeah, well, the USA is very wide. Right? Most countries are not as wide as we are. From left to right, from east to west. So yeah, we have four time zones in the continental United States, and then there's also Hawaii. I think Alaska might also be a different time zone. I don't know if Alaska works on Pacific time or is one time zone over. But there you go. Russia's also very wide. China's also very wide. But yeah, most countries are not that wide. Can I explain the format? It's dual mode, best of 3, double elimination bracket. Cocoa Krispies or Cocoa Puffs? Neither. I don't eat chocolate cereal for breakfast. I pretty much usually eat oatmeal with a little bit of brown sugar for breakfast, or I eat like a 3-egg scrambled or as a slight omelet. Let's see. Ayo, back, bro. What's up? What's up, dude? Welcome back. Probably a laptop on his bed, maybe. Oh, talking about the camera. What would an Evo Ice Golem be like then? He splits into 2 Ice Golems when you kill him. Or into Ice Spirits, into a bunch of Ice Spirits that all jump a bunch of different ways. I don't know. Rich, who's your favorite? My favorite what? My favorite American blockbuster actor is Harrison Ford. My favorite pop singer is Sia. Right? Was that what you meant? Was that who's your favorite you were asking? Someone asking hot dogs or tacos, as if that's even a discussion. I'm not even going to put Dante Zo's comment up on screen. That's absolutely insane. Harrison Ford's an American treasure. Oh, didn't get the King Tower activation because the Skelly King interfered. Favorite TV show, Stargate. Not for me, but Stargate is certainly up there on favorite. Oh, that's a nice little play there. Good recovery from Sub. Stargate SG-1 is definitely a show that I watched from start to finish, for sure. But I put TNG over that. Favorite cuisine, Mexican, specifically Baja Mexican. Your favorite Dreamhack player? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. Tossing plastic. Absolutely. Science proves this. Blake Schlecht with the worst would you rather ever. Would you rather have a car that doesn't work or a car that plays a short song every time you turn it on. It's like asking me, would you rather drink milk or would you rather drink a bucket of tacks, of thumbtacks and nails? The golden burrito. Thank you, Joel Hernandez, sorry. Favorite African country? I've never been. I'd like to visit most of them. Here we go. RG. I like that defensive rage here. Lightning will be problematic. But now Koko loads up. And that Evo Knight in front is going to be a big problem for Sub. Big, huge problems for Sub. And the rage on top of it. Sub! Sub! Koko just piled it on. What can you do about that? Not a whole lot, folks. Not much. And Koko shreds. Absolutely shreds. There you go. Let me see. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and queue up a little replay action there from that last moment there, where you can see the way Koko just builds such a brutal push here. And just a little late is Sub with the ability. So that Inferno Dragon does not get distracted much at all, but the Rage spell takes care of business. And this Evo Knight that comes down is such a brutal, brutal moment. Because now Sub's got nothing. Fireball comes through the back. Evo Knight kills the fish boy. Perfect play by Koko there. You can't orchestrate that sequence any better than he did. There you go. Just subscribe to my channel. Can't wait for more Clash Royale updates and news. Thanks, Connor. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy Clash Royale esports. That's what we're all about here. MKBHD is a professional disc throwing player. Yes, I actually just saw MKBHD in real life when I was in Minnesota and went to the AUDL championship game where New York Empire absolutely destroyed the Salt Lake Shred. They shredded the Shred and expanded their empire, and MKBHD was great on the D-line there. Would you rather have your head twice the size of your head now, facial feature scale, or half the current size? Twice the size or half the size? Twice the size or half the size? Logistically, half the size. Aesthetically, twice the size. I don't know if that answers the question effectively because I didn't really choose, but for logistics, having my head half the size would be much easier than having my head twice the size, just like dealing with shirts, for example. Aesthetically, I think having twice the size head would look better, though. So there you go. That's my answer. Let's see. Why is Mega Knight OP? Because you overspend your elixir and put too much stuff into the same lane. Come to Egypt, stay with Mo. Yeah, I'd love to go to Egypt. Egypt would be great. Egypt would be very cool. Does YouTube take a part of your super chats, Rich? Yeah, YouTube takes a portion of everything, I believe. Can't really argue that. With what? What was not arguable? Favorite movie? We talked about this yesterday, but it's that whole, like, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, that run of, like, 80s to early 90s blockbusters. Rich, let me get a pair of those shades, please. All right, come on by. You can have some. Why so much Rage over Barbell? Is it better than that deck? I don't know. Which deck? The one we just saw? Who's your favorite football player? I don't really have a favorite, but, you know. Oh, hey, look at this. Kurt Hurd. Just in case they take half. I didn't see the first one, but I see this one here. Thank you so much. $10 super chat. Wow. Kurt, that's super generous. Replace that disc you lost. Yeah, I gotta get a new Axiom. I gotta get a new hex. Maybe I'll get a Lazadal. Maybe I'll just get a regular glow. But man, the glow on those hexes is nice. Thank you, Kurt. I really appreciate that. I am gonna replace that disc. And thank you. I'll think of that you supported that when I get to throw it again next time. Are you not gonna show your eyes today as well? No, I don't have eyes. Animal, stop bringing up my eyes. I don't have them. I'm very embarrassed about it. Let's see. Rich, what's the most effective and easy way to learn a new deck? I don't know. If I'm not the best person to ask that question. Rich, you think the Knight upgrade's pretty broken at the moment? Yes, but I think that they should return the moving shield back to its previous state and get rid of all the stat buffs and see how that plays. Did I watch Indiana Jones? I haven't had time to, but I'm going to. Do you know if you can already buy tickets to attend World Finals? I don't know. I don't think so, but they'll make a big announcement for sure. Yes, Smurfblade, I see that now. Do you work on radio? No, I used to have a podcast, though. I used to be a podcast guest often. Thanks for casting, Rich. Fun to watch. Thank you. Best commentator? Oh, that's sweet. What do you think of Golem Evo Barb's pump deck? It's around a lot. I've played it a little bit. Hydrate, please. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, yeah, there we go. Boom. From one of my favorite disc golf suppliers. Reaper Discs. Disc forever, die whenever. Here we go. Let's get it. Thank you, Barbara. I do really enjoy that you like watching this. I try to have some funs. Hey! I forgot that Evo Skeletons existed. Hi, Evo Skeletons. How are you? Evo Skeletons with Lava Hand. How many screens are there in front of you to see results and match times? Right now, I only have 2 screens in front of me. My primary screen and my secondary. But I have a third. I have another computer that I'm not using right now. I need to decide what to do with it. Good deck from Mo, but everything's out of cycle right now. So what does he do? What does he do here? He's not playing NATO, is he? He just eats that. He rockets it, and had to get way low on elixir. Wow. So solid matchup here. Inferno delivery rocket, and Mo eats a big balloon shot early because 2 of 3 pieces are out and didn't have the elixir for the third. What a weird deck from Ncoo. Lava Loon Miner with Fish Boy and Evo Skellies. What a fascinating deck choice. Have any of you ever seen this from Ncoo? I don't watch him enough to, I see him when he plays in tournaments. I don't remember this deck. I don't remember this nonsense. This wild deck we're seeing. Party of Saints has Snipe by Ncoo. That Inferno Tower is not going to get that balloon down. And Mo has to rock it. This is just funky. This is just super funky. Super funky goofy. I mean, Ncoo plays a bunch. Ncoo plays Lava Loon. He's played it 21 times in the last... the last like week or so. But this is just wild. And there goes Mo trying to get some skeleton damage on, and he does get a little bit. Miner in, getting good damage. Inferno Tower should be good here. And Mo's is trying to sell out against the Lava Hound, but he can't. Oh, and Mo just barely misses the minor pickup. That's going to be a GG. What a wild deck pick from Ncoo. Look, you're Ncoo. You're going up against Mo. This is what you do. This is how you win that. You get crazy with it. And Ncoo came out here with one of the wildest decks I've seen. And Mo's just like, what do I even do here? That was wild. Guys, if you want to beat Mo, that's what you do. You come up with something, you do something crazy. You get unpredictable. You take big swings. Weirdest game I've ever seen. Yeah, super weird. So now here comes the question, right? So Ncoo plays this crazy Lava Miner, Loon, Fish Boy, Skelly, like Evo Skeletons, this really crazy deck. Right? So now does he play something like, does he play something traditional? He's kind of cannibalized RG by playing Fish Boy. So Royal Giant for Ncoo, it's playable, but it's much harder to play. Golem says tossing plastic. Inferno Tower out. Yeah, there's a Golem deck there for sure. There's a Sparky deck there for sure. Necrophos saying Mo should play RG now. There's a lot of RG counters still available for Ncoo. That's the thing about playing something this crazy in Game 1, is what does that leave you to build for Game 2? And maybe going Remy Eli here, maybe going Bridge Spam. So it is Bridge Spam. Mo will get a reflection that does damage the opposite way. And great start for Mo here, who's going Hog. And Kurt Hurd with a $20 super chat? Are you crazy? You were right, it got canceled. Was saying I've had to watch other casters. Respect your family time, but man, you're a miss when you're gone. Well, hey, I love it when other casters are able to come in and get some opportunities and also cover the games and I can't play. And I also really am happy that you enjoy my casting, and I try to do it as often as I can. Weekends are just hard when you have 2 kids, you know? Smurfblade saying that Mo's leaving Sparky wide open for Game 3 if it gets there without Rocket, Delivery, Inferno Tower, or Monk. It's true. But you got to get to Game 3 first. Kurt, this is insanely generous, and yes, I will definitely be going in. Now I got the money for the Hex. Get myself a new Lizardle. Mohammad Light pitching a shutout here in Game 2 so far. 30-52 on both towers. Ncoo has not yet found a way to get on tower. Hasn't been able to fight through with the bridge spam. And the Magic Archer obviously getting stymied by these Monk plays. Smurfblade pointing out that the E-Spirit is out, so the reset spirits are gone. I mean, if we go to game 3, which seems likely right now, it could change, obviously. Seems likely, though. If we go to game 3, I would not be surprised to see Mo bust out something that has either Zap or E-Wiz in it to cover. Or Electro Dragon, too. Could certainly play something with Electro Dragon. It nice fireball there to clear. And Mo's being really smart with these monks, right? Using the monk as one of the primary counters for the Evolved Knight. Ram Rider in. Snowball gets some clear. Hog's going to get 2 here, I think. Hog does get 2. That's massive. Not going Bomb Tower. Instead going Snowball. This is a problem. Hog now to Kite. That Kite's not going to work. Mo doesn't have... Oh, he does get it. Woof. I said Mo doesn't have Snowball. Gets the Hog shot on tower. GG, well played. We're going to game 3. So Smurflade also pointing out lots of stuff points to a Sparky in game 3. Very curious to see if that's where we go. That Inferno Dragon was really scary. That Inferno Dragon was very, very scary. Wasn't enough I had to investigate. Didn't want to play another. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Mo going Mohammad Light if he's making the call on Sparky. Right, which I'm guessing that the read might be there. Something with E-Dragon, E-Wiz, or Zap would be you need some sort of reset for that Sparky. With the Evo Knight already out, you can't really absorb those Sparky shots the way you'd like to. So that's kind of my thought. It would be bananas. The two main E-Dragon decks are Golem and what's it called? Elixir Golem. I don't like either of those in the Sparky matchup necessarily. I don't like either of those really in a Sparky matchup. E-Wiz is just kind of dead right now. But RG E-Wiz could be a thing. With Inferno Dragon out, Lava Zap for Mo could also be a thing. We've seen Mohammad Light running. Also, Bowler Loon freeze them as E-Drag. Cool. There is that version too. RG Lightning Zappies? Maybe. I actually really like the idea of Lava Miner here for Mohammad. Arrows are gone. Fireball's gone. You can run that. You run that with Zap. I don't hate that. GY freeze with E-Dragon instead of Baby. Possible. That's also possible too. What happens for who's losing? Well, they are still in the upper bracket, and you can actually go ahead and see the full bracket is available right here. And they are still in the upper bracket, so no one's getting eliminated in this matchup. They'll just drop to the lower bracket. Other thing is that Koko still has Evo Barbs available for RG, so RG has to use Fireball. True. Very true. Grave Freeze for sure, says Ahmad. Very possible. Let's find out now. Game 3. So yeah, Evo Barbs do come out. Cannon Cart for Mohammad. So it is Goblin Giant Sparky. And that just pushes right through, gets some good opening damage. What an interesting choice here from Mo. This is Mortar Skelly Barrel into a Mother Witch. Fireball gets good timing there for great damage. That's a nasty rage. And Mohammad does not have Fireball available. That's tower down. GG. It's going to be very hard for Mo to battle back now. Very, very hard for Mohammad Light to battle back now. Great play from Ncoo. And Mo's like, Lower bracket run it is, says Rhino, which, of course, Mohammad Light has done. People act like Mo never loses, when literally World Finals last year, he lost the first round to KK and then made a lower bracket run to win the World Championship. So, yeah, that fireball that Mo put onto the Mother Witch looked brilliant at the time, but of course it left him wanting. And now this is just nasty downhill push. We haven't even seen the Sparky. I don't think that Ncoo rages here, and there's a Sparky to counter this counter push. I think he might use the ability early to cover. There you go. Is there a breakthrough play here? Double, so no big spell. Keep in mind, no big spell for Ncoo. So this double Skelly Dragons play does have some scariness to it. Two of them get on tower. Skeleton Barrel going towards tower. One of them goes down. The Rage to clear, and that's GG. Wow. Wow. And Ncoo with a huge win, sending him, Mohammad Light, down to the lower bracket. Big win. Big, big win. Mohammad Light's not eliminated, folks. It's a double elimination tournament. There's the bracket. He will fall to the lower bracket. We'll look at that in just a minute. Do we get is it going to be a Ncoo Koko matchup? No. Oh, in the semifinals if they both make it. So, Ncoo moves on to face Sandbox. And Ferin will face Koko. That's our winner's bracket matches, which will be seen tomorrow. Top 4 for the upper bracket. We will be streaming all of this tomorrow when we return to reach the end of this competition. So you see the journey for Ferin taking out Ardan and Dark. Now he faces Koko. Koko taking out Ali and Sub. Ncoo with Mr. Cena and Mohammad Light as his 2 wins. Those are good wins. And Sandbox over Motea and Hugo. That's the upper bracket look. Those 4 in a good spot right now. Yes, I am casting tomorrow. For sure. We should have the lower bracket here on screen in a minute, so I'll wait for a moment. So top 6 qualify. Do they still play out the rest even after the top 6 are decided? Yes, because there is prize pool, I believe, for this portion, maybe, or because that's for seeding. I don't remember. I can't remember if it does. If it's for seeding or if there's a portion of the prize pool here. Let me double check. Does any of the prize pool to apply to this bracket, or only live in Madrid? Rich, can you please tell me where Morton is? Probably in Germany. He's just not in this tournament right now. Let's see. I'll be here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Lower bracket now available. Here we go. Elimination matches tomorrow. Hugo versus Reuben is one of our elimination matches tomorrow. Mohammad Light versus Titan. will also be played. Loser leaves town, winner moves on. Sub and Mr. Cena, a.k.a. Droy, will appear in an elimination bracket matchup. And Dark Angel trainer Adnan. That's what you got. That's what you got, folks. Won't be playing in World Finals for CRL? Most likely. When are Worlds? End of November. Is it just me, or does the lower bracket look more stacked than the upper? Yeah, with Reuben, Hugo, Mo, Titan. It does. And Mr. Cena, yeah, like definitely the lower bracket looks a little bit more stacked, in my opinion, too. I think I agree. So Mo drops the lower, can still win the final. Yes! That's how double elimination brackets work. You're not new, Exhort. You're not new. Yeah, you guys are at, like, it is funny. I think you guys have like goldfish memories sometimes. Mo dominating lower bracket is kind of his thing. So all of these matches, the rest of this bracket, will be streamed tomorrow here on this channel. All of that will be here tomorrow. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit subscribe. Notifications will tell you when we're live, which is also excellent. So there you go. All that's we will be doing all this tomorrow. And of course, there is always going to be a lot of excellent Clash Royale esports content right here on this channel. We do this sort of thing all the time. Big invitational tournaments, fun BO5 or BO3s, BO5s. Of course, every once in a while, a cool guide to a technique or a deck. I am halfway done editing my guide to Splash Yard with the God RF, the greatest Splash Yard player of all time. That will be coming out on the channel, I believe, early next week. So very excited for that one as well. So, oh yeah, competitive, either competitive content itself or some educational content for you for competitive content. All available right here on this channel. So hit subscribe and then make sure you come back tomorrow to see the end of this competition. That's it for today. Tomorrow we are back 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time in the U.S. I don't know exactly. I think that's going to be 1400 UTC, as I think what that time is. So that will be when we're back on tomorrow for what's going to be, for sure, a really, really fun and exciting and maybe surprising end to this. That's really possible. Let me answer a couple questions before I go. Mo Loki has much experience for lower bracket. Yes, of course. Reuben going to give a fight? Absolutely. Who do you think will be winning CRL? I don't know. We'll have to watch. Where's Samuel Basoto? In Brazil. See you tomorrow? Yes, sir. Let's see. Anything else here done for today? Yep, in just a moment here. And that's it. All right. Lost Ark forever. I feel you. All right, everybody. That's it for today. It's been a whole lot of fun. As always, be excellent to each other and party on, dude. Peace. Hey, Clash Royale, get ready for the 70,000 euro Dreamhack live circuit. This international event is open to everyone, bringing the best Clash Royale players together in one competition. Play in both online and offline qualifiers, with 4 live stops in 3 different cities: Andorra, Valencia, Madrid, and back to Valencia for the grand final. Do you think you have what it takes to be a Clash Royale champion? Now is your chance to prove it in the Dreamhack live circuit.